In the deep, emerald heart of a remote jungle, the world awakens in a symphony of life. The air is thick with the scent of damp earth, mingling with the sweet perfume of blooming flowers and the sharp tang of moss clinging to ancient trunks. A gentle mist clings to the undergrowth, beading on every leaf and vine, refracting the first rays of sunlight into 1,000 tiny rainbows. The forest floor is a tapestry of shifting shadows and golden light, alive with the subtle movements of insects and the rustle of unseen creatures. Above, the towering trees form a living cathedral, their canopies interlaced in a green mosaic that filters the sun into dappled patterns below. The air vibrates with the calls of distant birds, the rhythmic drumming of woodpeckers, and the soft, persistent hum of countless insects. High in the canopy, wild bee colonies shimmer in the morning light, their presence betrayed only by the faint, electric buzz that drifts through the leaves. These are the giant honeybees of Asia, Apis dorsata, their hives suspended like golden lanterns from the highest branches. The hives themselves are marvels of natural engineering. Massive open combs glistening with honey and pollen, exposed to the elements and fiercely defended by their inhabitants. Wisps of smoke sometimes drift through the jungle, mingling with the earthy aroma, a subtle signal of change in the air. The bees move in coordinated waves, their collective hum rising and falling like the breath of the forest itself. Any disturbance is met with a sudden, furious surge, a living cloud of defenders, ready to protect their golden stores. The jungle is a place of constant tension and harmony, where every sound and scent carries meaning. The distant rumble of thunder hints at the ever-present threat of rain, which can transform the forest floor into a slick, treacherous maze in moments. Here the wild hives hang in silent challenge, their bounty hidden behind a veil of danger and mystery. The forest decides what it will reveal and what it will keep secret, guided by its own ancient rhythms. In this world, every moment is shaped by the interplay of light and shadow, sound and silence, promise and peril. The jungle's call is both invitation and warning, a reminder of the wild's enduring power and beauty. High above the forest floor, the jungle canopy forms a world apart, an intricate, living tapestry suspended in the air. Here, a labyrinth of branches, vines, and leaves weaves together, creating a suspended ecosystem teeming with life and complexity. Every inch of this realm is claimed by creatures adapted to the heights. Ants patrol the branches, beetles tunnel through bark, and frogs find sanctuary in water-filled bromeliads. Plants thrive without ever touching the ground, their roots anchored in air, drawing sustenance from rain and mist. Flowers bloom in bursts of color, luring pollinators to their hidden heights. The canopy forms a nearly unbroken ceiling, shielding the world below from sunlight and rain, while concealing dizzying drops and hidden voids between branches. Up here the air is cooler, and the wind more unpredictable. Rainwater pools in every crevice, and sudden gusts can set the entire canopy swaying in unison. The surfaces are treacherous, bark slick with moss, branches weakened by rot, and hidden fungi breaking down the wood from within. Competition is fierce. Insects defend their territories, birds and mammals claim their niches, and every sound is amplified in the tangled heights. Weather changes in an instant, fog can shroud the canopy in mystery, rain can turn every surface slick, and lightning can strike without warning. Life here is interconnected. Plants and animals form alliances, nutrients cycle through every layer, and survival depends on adaptation to the ever-changing environment. The canopy stretches as far as the eye can see, a living ocean of green, each leaf and branch a world unto itself, fragile, complex, and endlessly dynamic. The jungle stands silent and watchful, its ancient trees stretching skyward, their trunks wrapped in a tapestry of moss, lichen, and trailing vines. The air is thick with humidity, heavy with the scent of earth and blooming orchids. The bark is slick with moisture, a living canvas for colonies of moss and fungi. Dew-laden spiderwebs glisten in the filtered sunlight, strung like delicate traps between the branches. Armies of ants march in tireless lines, weaving around iridescent beetles that scuttle through the crevices. The tree is alive with movement, every inch a battleground for survival. High above, a snake lies coiled, its scales blending seamlessly with the leaves, while a tree frog clings to the bark, its eyes wide and unblinking, alert to every vibration. A sudden gust of wind rattles the canopy, sending a shiver through the branches. The kapok tree's wood, notorious for its brittleness, creaks ominously as a branch splinters and falls, crashing through the undergrowth below. A hornbill flaps noisily from branch to branch, its wings scattering startled insects into the air. A monkey leaps nimbly through the treetops, pausing to peer down at the forest floor before vanishing into the green. Vines hang in tangled curtains, some thick as a man's arm, others bristling with thorns that snag and tear at anything that brushes past. Hidden among the leaves, a wasp nest pulses with activity, its inhabitants ready to defend their home. Swarms of midges hover in shafts of sunlight, their numbers thickening the already stifling air. At the heart of this vertical world, a wild beehive clings to a high branch, golden honeycomb exposed. Bees fan their wings at the entrance, a living shield of vigilance and order. The air vibrates with the low, insistent hum of thousands of bees swirling in coordinated patterns. Their stingers glint in the dappled light, a silent warning to any who dare approach. A sudden rain shower sweeps across the canopy, pelting leaves and bark with fat droplets. Water trickles down the trunk, turning the climb into a slick, treacherous ordeal. A lizard darts across a branch, vanishing into a cluster of orchids that bloom defiantly in the damp air. From the uppermost branches, the view stretches over an endless sea of green, mist rolling over the canopy as distant thunderclouds gather, promising more challenges to come. Fungi sprout from decaying wood, while termites tunnel unseen, weakening the very structure of the tree. Every inch is a test, every moment a negotiation with the wild. The jungle breathes and sways, alive with unseen dangers and fleeting beauty, a world where every ascent is a journey into the unknown. Deep within the jungle, a wild beehive thrives as a living engine of nature's complexity. The hive is a marvel of architecture constructed from wax secreted by the bees themselves and shaped into perfect hexagonal cells. Each cell serves a distinct purpose, forming a meticulously organized structure that supports the colony's survival. The air around the hive vibrates with the hum of thousands of bees, each one performing a specialized role. Worker bees, the tireless laborers of the colony, move in coordinated patterns across the comb. Their bodies are dusted with pollen, collected from countless jungle blossoms, and brought back to the hive in a remarkable display of teamwork. Within the comb, the bees deposit their foraged pollen into open cells. This pollen, a mosaic of yellows, oranges, and reds, is carefully packed and mixed with nectar and enzymes. The result is bee bread, a protein-rich food that forms the foundation of the hive's nutrition. The hive's interior is a study in efficiency. Some cells are filled with glistening honey, the product of concentrated nectar, while others brim with pollen. The bees instinctively separate these stores, ensuring that each resource is available where and when it is needed most. Pollen is not merely a byproduct of the bees' foraging, it is essential to the colony's future. Nurse bees feed this nutrient-dense substance to developing larvae, providing the proteins and vitamins required for healthy growth. Without a steady supply of pollen, the next generation of bees would not survive. The hive's brood chambers, nestled deep within the comb, are surrounded by pollen stores. Here, the queen lays her eggs, and the larvae are tended with meticulous care. Worker bees alternate between feeding the young and maintaining the temperature and humidity of the hive, creating an environment where life can flourish. Every action within the hive is guided by a sophisticated system of chemical signals and communication dances. When a forager returns with a successful haul of pollen, she performs a waggle dance, directing her sisters to the richest sources of food in the jungle. The bees' relationship with pollen extends beyond their own needs. As they travel from flower to flower, they become agents of pollination, ensuring the continued diversity and abundance of the jungle's plant life. In this way, the hive is both a consumer and a benefactor, intricately woven into the fabric of the ecosystem. The balance within the hive is delicate. If too much pollen is removed, the colony's ability to rear young is compromised. If too little is gathered, the bees may face starvation during lean times. The bees' instinctive restraint ensures that only the surplus is stored and the rest is left to sustain the colony. The hive stands as a testament to nature's ingenuity, a self-sustaining community where every member plays a vital role. The pollen-filled combs are not just stores of food, but the very lifeblood of the colony, supporting the cycle of birth, growth, and renewal. In the heart of the jungle, the hive endures, its intricate workings hidden from all but the most observant eyes. The bees continue their ceaseless labor, building, foraging, and nurturing the next generation, ensuring that the rhythm of life in the wild remains unbroken. Deep within the jungle, a silent code governs every living thing, a set of unwritten laws that shape the rhythm of life beneath the canopy. Each animal, from the smallest insect to the largest mammal, abides by this code, their behaviors woven into a tapestry of mutual respect and balance. Pollinators, like bees and butterflies, follow ancient routes, never exhausting a single patch of flowers, ensuring that each plant has the chance to recover and bloom again. Symbiotic relationships flourish. Ants protect aphids in exchange for nourishment, while birds and mammals form alliances that keep both healthy and thriving. Nothing is wasted. Fallen fruit and dead wood become feasts for fungi and insects, who in turn enrich the soil, feeding the roots of towering trees. Plants, too, obey the code. Vines climb toward the sun without choking their hosts. Epiphytes find their place in the heights, and roots intertwine below, sharing water and nutrients. Predators and prey are locked in a delicate dance, each respecting the boundaries of survival. The hunt is swift, the escape is agile, and the balance is never tipped too far. The code ensures renewal. Seeds are scattered far and wide, carried by wind, water, and wandering creatures, giving rise to new life in unexpected places. Water, the lifeblood of the forest, is shared by all. Leaves funnel rain to the ground, roots hold the soil, and streams carve paths that sustain every living thing. Even in death, the code is honored. When a giant falls, it opens the canopy, letting light reach the forest floor and giving new generations a chance to rise. Beneath the surface, a hidden network of roots and fungi connects the forest, allowing trees to share resources and warnings, ensuring the survival of the whole. This unspoken code, ancient and unbreakable, is the true guardian of the jungle's harmony, a silent pact that sustains the wild heart of the forest. In the heart of the jungle, the swarm is a force of nature, unpredictable, relentless, and utterly unforgiving. Wild bees, attuned to every vibration and scent, defend their hive with a ferocity honed by generations of survival. The first sign of intrusion triggers a sophisticated alarm. Scout bees dart out, releasing pheromones that rally the entire colony. Within moments, the air thickens with thousands of agitated defenders, each one primed to sacrifice itself for the hive. Their attack is coordinated and overwhelming. Bees target heat, movement, and the carbon dioxide of breath, zeroing in with precision. The swarm's numbers multiply, forming a living barrier that pulses with collective intent. Each bee, upon stinging, leaves behind a barbed stinger and a dose of venom, releasing more alarm pheromones that escalate the frenzy. The venom is potent, designed to inflict pain, immobilize threats, and signal the colony to intensify its defense. Any abrupt movement or panic triggers a surge, as the swarm interprets it as aggression, amplifying their attack. The only hope for survival is to remain motionless, minimizing threat signals and waiting for the swarm's aggression to subside. Bees infiltrate every crevice, hair, clothing, exposed skin, delivering stings that can quickly overwhelm the body's defenses. For most creatures, even a handful of stings can trigger panic, allergic reactions, or even fatal anaphylaxis. The jungle itself compounds the danger. Uneven terrain, slippery branches, and dense foliage offer no easy escape. The environment amplifies risk. A misstep can mean a fall, while the swarm's relentless pursuit leaves no room for error. The pain of each sting is immediate and searing, a chemical warning to all intruders. In the upper canopy, the stakes are even higher: exposure, vertigo, and the ever-present threat of a fatal fall. The swarm's behavior is a masterclass in collective defense, each bee acting as a single cell in a vast, living organism. The environment is unforgiving: high humidity, oppressive heat, and the constant hum of wings create a sensory overload. Survival depends on understanding the swarm's signals, reading their flight patterns, their sounds, and their shifting aggression. The swarm's tactics are relentless: waves of attackers, coordinated pursuit, and a memory for threats that lingers long after the disturbance. In this environment, every second is a test of strategy: retreat, freeze, or risk, provoking the hive further. The only path to safety is through calm, calculated movement and a deep respect for the swarm's power. The jungle swarm is a living gauntlet, an ever-shifting hazard that demands vigilance, knowledge, and humility. Here, the balance of survival is dictated by the swarm's will, the environment's hazards, and the unyielding laws of nature. The swarm does not negotiate. It enforces its boundaries with unwavering resolve. Every sting, every chase, every defensive maneuver is a testament to the hive's evolutionary mastery. The swarm's unity is its strength. Each bee a guardian, each movement a message, each attack a warning. In the jungle, the swarm reigns supreme, its power a constant reminder of the dangers that lurk in the wild. To face the swarm is to confront the raw, unyielding force of nature itself, a perilous ordeal where only the most prepared survive. Deep within the emerald shadows of the jungle, the wild hive pulses with life. Bees move in a synchronized dance, their bodies glinting in the dappled sunlight as they guard the intricate structure of their home. The honeycomb, heavy with golden nectar, glistens in the humid air. Each cell is a testament to the tireless work of thousands of bees who have foraged from countless jungle blossoms. Worker bees move methodically, tending to the brood and sealing the ripest honey with delicate caps of wax. Their movements are purposeful, each action vital to the survival of the colony. The hive is never stripped bare. A portion of the honeycomb remains, a crucial reserve for the colony's leaner days and the next generation of bees. The bee's harvest is measured by the rhythms of the forest. The abundance of nectar depends on the flowering cycles of the jungle, and the hive's bounty ebbs and flows with the seasons. Other creatures of the jungle are drawn to the hive's riches. Butterflies, beetles, and ants gather at the edges, feasting on droplets of honey and wax that fall to the forest floor. Birds and lizards linger in the canopy, alert to the activity around the hive. The presence of the bees shapes the lives of many, creating a web of interdependence in the jungle. The honeycomb itself is a marvel, thick, fragrant, and alive with movement. The scent of wildflowers and ripe fruit mingles with the earthy aroma of the forest. When honeycomb falls, bees quickly reclaim what they can, working together to salvage their precious stores and repair the hive's structure. The environment itself responds to the hive's presence. Pollen drifts on the wind, fertilizing new growth and ensuring the cycle of life continues. Communication within the hive is constant. Bees share news of distant flowers through intricate dances, guiding their sisters to the richest sources of nectar. On hot days, bees fan their wings to cool the hive, maintaining the delicate balance needed for their brood to thrive. Rainfall brings renewal. The hive glistens with moisture, and the forest floor is alive with the scent of wet earth and blooming flowers. The hive's tree is a pillar of the ecosystem, its roots and branches supporting countless forms of life, from mosses to insects to birds. The bees defend their home fiercely. When predators approach, the colony unites in a coordinated defense, driving away threats to their precious harvest. As the day wanes, the hive glows in the golden light. Bees cluster together, conserving warmth and energy for the night ahead. On the ground below, the remnants of the harvest nourish the smallest creatures, returning nutrients to the soil and feeding the endless cycle of the jungle. The honeycomb, now resting in a cradle of leaves, is a distillation of the jungle's abundance, a treasure shaped by the labor of insects and the generosity of the forest. As dusk falls, the bees return to their hive, the jungle quiets, and the delicate balance of life endures, shaped by every measured harvest. In the quiet heart of the jungle, a treasure glows softly in the dappled light, a wild honeycomb resting undisturbed at the base of an ancient tree. Each cell of the honeycomb is a marvel, filled with nectar transformed by countless bees into a golden, viscous elixir. The harvest is modest, yet every drop is the result of tireless work by the hive, a collaboration of thousands. The honey's color is deep and radiant, shifting from amber to gold as the sun moves overhead. Its texture is thick and luxurious, each drop clinging to the comb before falling with slow, deliberate grace. The aroma is a symphony of wildflowers. Notes of jasmine, orchid, and countless unnamed blooms mingle in the air, carried by the breeze. This honey is the jungle's memory, a record of every flower visited, every secret path traced by bees through the undergrowth. Its taste is layered and complex, floral, earthy, with a wild tang that speaks of rain-soaked soil and sun-warmed petals. More than a food, this honey is a living medicine, rich in enzymes, pollen, and the subtle chemistry of the forest. It offers energy and healing, supporting the health of every creature that partakes, birds, insects, and mammals alike. The bees themselves are stewards of the ecosystem, pollinating the jungle's vast diversity, ensuring the renewal of life with every flight. The honeycomb is a microcosm of the jungle's abundance, a testament to the interconnectedness of all living things. Sunlight, rain, flowers, and the tireless work of bees are all captured within this liquid gold, each element essential, each one grateful for the others. The honeycomb's structure is perfect, each hexagon a feat of natural engineering, strong yet delicate, efficient and beautiful. This perfection is the forest's quiet celebration, a gift shaped by patience and balance. Even after the bees have moved on, the honeycomb nourishes the forest, feeding ants, birds, and countless unseen lives. For many creatures, this honey is a rare treat, a vital source of energy and sustenance in the dense green world. In the jungle's quiet economy, honey is a currency of life, traded among species, shared in moments of abundance. Unlike mass-produced honey, this wild nectar is unique, its flavor and color shaped by the ever-changing tapestry of the forest. Its value lies in its story, a story written by bees, flowers, and the living jungle itself. Every drop is harvested with care, in harmony with the rhythms of the wild, leaving enough for the hive and the forest to thrive. Each golden bead is a testament to the jungle's generosity and the bee's artistry. The honeycomb's presence is a gentle lesson in value. What is rare and precious is often hidden, quietly sustaining life. In the immensity of the jungle, a single honeycomb is a jewel, its worth measured not by quantity, but by its role in the web of life. Rain, sun, and the patient labor of bees have shaped this treasure, a gift offered freely to the world. There is no sense of loss, only gratitude for what the forest has given. The cycle continues, Bees return to the blossoms, the jungle breathes, and the story of honey begins anew. The true reward is not just the honey, but the thriving, interconnected world it represents, a world where every drop matters and every life is honored. In the heart of the wild, the liquid gold of the jungle endures, a symbol of gratitude, abundance, and the quiet miracle of nature. As the sun dips below the horizon, the jungle is bathed in a golden glow, its ancient trees casting long, gentle shadows across the forest floor. In this quiet hour, the jungle breathes, a living tapestry woven from countless lives, each thread vital to the whole. Here the bees move with purpose, their delicate wings shimmering in the fading light as they return to their hives. They are the silent keepers of the forest's promise, pollinating flowers and nurturing the next generation of trees and plants. The cycles of the jungle are endless, each season bringing renewal, each flower a testament to resilience. The bees, in their tireless work, embody the balance that sustains this world, taking only what is needed, giving back more than they receive. The honeycomb, golden and pure, is a symbol of this harmony, a gift shaped by patience, by the wisdom of the wild, and by the unspoken agreement between the bees and the forest. Yet, beyond the green expanse, the world is changing. The encroachment of modernity threatens the delicate balance, and the ancient rhythms of the jungle grow faint beneath the noise of progress. But the jungle endures, its legacy written in the language of leaves and the hum of wings. The bees continue their ancient dance, guardians of renewal, their respect for the land mirrored in every careful act. In the heart of the jungle, true wealth is measured not by abundance, but by the grace with which life is sustained. The cycles of giving and receiving, of growth and renewal, are the legacy of respect that echoes through every living thing. As long as the jungle breathes, as long as the bees return to their hives, this sacred balance will endure, a testament to the enduring power of respect and the unbroken cycles of life. Beneath the waxen walls of the hive, a world invisible to the naked eye unfolds, a realm where the smallest lives shape the fate of the forest. Here, pollen grains, each a miracle of design, are carried deep into the labyrinthine chambers. Their surfaces, spiked and intricate, hold the promise of future blossoms. As worker bees deposit their golden cargo, a silent exchange begins. Microbes, ancient allies, awaken on the pollen's surface, setting in motion a cascade of chemical transformations. The hive is alive with invisible labor enzymes secreted from bee glands, mingle with nectar and pollen, breaking them down, refining them, transforming raw sweetness into the storied elixir of honey. Within these waxen corridors, the temperature and humidity are carefully regulated, creating the perfect conditions for fermentation. Beneficial bacteria thrive, outcompeting harmful invaders, ensuring the hive stores remain pure and potent. Pollen grains dissolve, their nutrients unlocked, feeding not only the bees, but the intricate web of life beyond the hive. The making of honey is not simply a process, it is an act of alchemy, orchestrated by countless unseen hands. Each drop is a symphony of natural engineering, sugars concentrated, moisture drawn away, flavors deepened by the chemistry of life. Over days and weeks, the golden liquid thickens, infused with the essence of thousands of flowers and the labor of millions of microbes. In this microscopic world, balance is everything. Every organism, every reaction plays its part, unseen, essential, and endlessly complex. The hive's hidden alchemy sustains not just the bees, but the entire jungle, linking the smallest microbe to the tallest tree in a chain of life as delicate as it is enduring. As dusk settles, a hush falls over the jungle canopy, yet the hive is far from alone. Night does not silence the forest, it transforms it. Beneath the shadowed leaves, a new chorus awakens. The steady hum of the hive softens, blending with the rhythmic trill of crickets and the distant, haunting call of a nightjar. Moths flutter silently, drawn by the scent of lingering nectar, their wings catching faint glimmers of moonlight. Bats swoop low, weaving through tangled branches. Their echolocation clicks too high for human ears. In the undergrowth, a civet slips by, its movements measured and silent, pausing only to sniff the air, ever watchful for opportunity. Tree frogs emerge from hidden crevices, their throaty calls echoing like distant drums. Fireflies blink in and out of existence, their greenish glow tracing silent arcs around the hive. Living lanterns marking territory and attracting mates. The air thickens with the scent of damp earth and blooming night flowers. Temperature drops, dew forms on waxen hive walls, and the bees cluster closer together, conserving warmth as they guard their golden stores. Predators prowl in the darkness, but the hive stands resilient, protected by its architecture and the vigilance of its sentinels. Throughout the night, the jungle pulses with unseen life. Every sound, every shadow is part of a delicate balance, a nocturnal symphony that carries the promise of another day. The hive, though quieter, remains a steadfast heart, pulsing in rhythm with the living, breathing night. The jungle is a living tapestry, shifting with the subtle turn of seasons. As rains return, the forest floor swells with life, roots drink greedily, and the undergrowth thickens, reclaiming every inch of earth. For the hive, the monsoon means abundance. Flowers burst open in a riot of color, flooding the air with nectar and pollen, and the bees surge into action, their foraging flights longer, their dances more frantic, each worker a tireless courier of the season's bounty. But with plenty comes peril. Heavy rains batter the canopy, testing the hive's resilience. Water seeps into crevices, and dampness invites mold. The bees work tirelessly, fanning their wings to dry the brood and seal cracks with precious propolis. Outside, swollen rivers carve new paths through the jungle, and the chorus of frogs swells, their calls echoing through the mist. As the dry season encroaches, the transformation is just as profound. Petals wither, and the forest's palette dulls, leaving only the hardiest blooms. Nectar runs scarce, and the bees ration their stores, venturing further in search of sustenance. The hive contracts, conserving energy, while wasps and hornets grow bolder, drawn by the scent of dwindling honey. Elsewhere, the rhythm of life shifts in tandem. Birds migrate, their absence leaving a hush in the treetops. Monkeys forage deeper, and even the ever-present insects seem to pause, waiting for the promise of rain. Yet through drought and deluge, the hive endures, its cycles woven into the jungle's eternal dance. Season after season, the bees adapt, their fate tied to the pulse of the canopy, their resilience quietly shaping the world around them.